it's YouTube stuff. So of course I'm going to draw this out and make the next video about some clickbait title I powder coated something or another. I don't know. Clearly, I am the world's best at B-roll. Yeah, gotta pull some tools out real fast. Mainly just the angle gauge where I was verifying. I was still at 7 degrees of caster. I'm gonna go ahead, we're gonna throw up in the corner. I'm gonna go ahead and toss up in the corner a little bit of B-roll-ish style footage. Just me sandblasting from the last video. It's gonna be a quick little time lapse. I'm gonna talk over it because why did I do this? Why did I take apart a perfectly good truck to powder coat some front end pieces? I mean, it's obvious. This is just fantastic. Every part of it, amazing. The big question, pink elephant in the room, is why didn't I do the tie rod? I don't know if I have to weld anything to the tie rod for the steering stabilizer setup that I plan to utilize. It is a dual stabilizer or dual shock stabilizer, and I think the bracket comes through and wraps to the axle tube. I don't think I weld anything to this or stops or anything like that to the ends, but why powder coat something if you're not 100% sure? Because then I would have to strip the whole thing down to weld, re-powder coat. I'm not into that. I just don't want to do it. This was all to make the truck drive a little better. One, there's a little adjustments I wanted to do. I wanted to do the brake master cylinder, which we actually got done yesterday and was a pain in my butt. The master chamber cylinders were swapped front and rear, which was unique. I've never seen that before. I was saying real fast, I have never seen a master cylinder I've never seen master cylinder ports be switched. I don't know how to explain it other than firewall side, front, back. That's how it's always been. Big reservoir is your front fluid, back, firewall side, okay. And we walk to the truck, pop the hood, come to our new one, and firewall side, small port, big port. What? Firewall side, big port, small port. Firewall side, small port, big port. What? So of course my brake lines were not long enough to just pull them and switch them, so I had to do some finagling and make new front brake lines, front rear, or the output portion of them. But I'm rambling, I'm tired. I'm excited that we got the powder coating done. I'm glad that all of this is actually working out the way I wanted it to. A lot of people are asking, why did I do the Super Duty Dana 60? Why did I do the coilovers? This was all one for a prettier appearance. I don't know, more appeasing package, which, I mean, look at the front of the truck. I love that. The side profile, I love. Everything just looks so good. We have a 1980 Chevy pickup. We can only expect so much. As I was going through modernizing it with the engine, we did the front axle, we did the transmission. At some point we will modernize the rear with disc brakes, like I've said a million times, but we will not change the axle because a corporate 14 bolt with a Detroit locker to me is about as good as you get. Yeah, I could go to a newer style 14 bolt and then I could actually have matching lug pattern, because right now I'm 8x170 in the front and 8x6.5 in the rear, but that's why I have dual drilled wheels, so I don't have to deal with that issue. We cleaned everything up, we painted it, we powder coated it, everything is just as nice as it could be. Slowly doing the same with the engine bay. I do plan to pull a bunch of this back out at some point, and I want to rhino line the wheel wells on the inside, I want to finish painting up to the cowl line on the firewall, so it's all black. A little bit more tidying of the wiring, but everything is starting to work out the way I want it to. Everything is starting to look the way I want it to. There's just a couple little odds and ends. We have the stereo stuff we've talked about a million times, but that left us last time with a box that I can't actually hold with one hand. So toss this box down and get this box open, and because it's a big truck with big wheels, you're damn straight we got to do some rock lights. So Mick Tuning helped us out. These are actually going to be pretty temporary because there's a company that's Fuck Light Bars. That's the best name for any company I've ever heard of in my entire life. So I did send out a sponsorship thing to them, and we're waiting to hear word back. We're in the midst of talking with them right now. So if I can get a sponsorship going with Fuck Light Bars, we'll be swapping the rock lights on this thing from the Mick Tunings to the Fuck Light Bars. We'll be doing wheel lights, etc. For now, let's take this thing, form this thing from your usual Duramax swap Super Duty 60 coilover square body, usual, to a nice floating spaceship. I really like the look of trucks rolling down the freeway with rollers, all lit up, all on, you know, whatever. So I'm gonna go through, get this kit laid out, figure out about it a little bit, talk about it a little bit, just quit this Rambletron and get some more work done, because I want to take this thing out. I have some idea for some videos that we're going to be getting going. So let's dive in. Did have it laid out on the hood, all nice, and then started to rain. So now we're under the truck. Control box, power wire, ground wire. You have your long harnesses, you have your short harnesses. So obviously front, back. See, this harness goes that way because just wanted to check something, and I'm glad I checked before mounting this. The long harnesses aren't quite going to be long enough. It's not that they're going to be too short, it's just going to be, I'm going to have to use the length of the front to allow the control box to mount somewhere back instead of somewhere up front. Okay, so what I was saying was long harness is, they're going to be just a little short because obviously you got to go up, tuck, run the length of the frame. So I'm going to use the length of the long ones to mount the control box somewhere yonder, but it says to keep it away from the engine and heat. So yeah, we're just time-lapsing a bunch of stuff, figuring this out. I did mount 2 of them already. Super simple. Just 2 bolts through there, 2 bolts through there. I actually had rock lights at one point, so I'm kind of cheating and just using existing holes. You see, yeah, I had a rock light right there, so there was my old 2 bolt holes, and they actually are really close to lining up, so I'm just ovaling them out slightly, and then this was my old wire, so I'm just I'm just punching that wire hole out like 2 or 3 sizes also, and then that lets the wire slip through there, no problem. So basically, just going right back to where our old ones were. And at some point, like I said, if I get the sponsorship worked out with Fuck Light Bars, I want to do 4 rock lights per fender instead of 2. So that'd be a 16 kit. So it'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4. And I want to do wheel lights and all that stuff because I'm an idiot. Pretty stoked on how this is all turning out. Did get the frame re-bedlined and coated. It's a little messy because of constant brake fluid that was leaking from the old master, but thankfully the new master is sealed tight and beautiful. Instead of a huge Rambletron as usual, let's get some work done. Let's get these rock lights on, and when it gets dark, let's see what this thing looks like. Maybe spaceship mode? I don't know. I'm gonna shut up and get to work. I wish there was some way to tally up the amount of hours in my life since I was 10 years old when I started working on cars. I'm 32 now, I'll be 33 in a few months. But I've sat in puddles and just sat under cars and worked in the rain. This is not as enjoyable as you would expect. Can you see what my back looks like? I can't, but I feel like it's really dirty. My butt is wet. No, the rock lights are in. Not gonna be able to see them, but they are. I need to bundle, oh hey. So, we mounted the controller to the frame there, and the stupid light is gonna make the camera freak out, but mounted the controller to the frame. I need to zip tie and bundle those wires. That become rock light. Rock light does the same, front and rear. Where is the rock light? Rock light. So I got to run the power wire I already have the ground connected. While I'm running the power wire, I'm actually going to run the power wire to the 6, I don't think I've shown you guys this, to the 6 relay panel thing. This is the distribution thing for it. So I'm going to run the power wire to that, and then the red wire that's right there is the switch 12 volt that activates that 6 panel thing. So then I have the 6 buttons under my dash, and see, it has all of these crazy different decals for, you know, whatever you want, but we'll figure out a decal that fits rock lights. We'll put that on there, and then that way I can turn the rock lights on with that button, and then my phone also if I want to with the Bluetooth and stuff. But I'm wet, I'm cold. Instead of just time-lapsing in the dark, I'm gonna get this done, and I'll see you guys in a few minutes.
2,000 years later.
It is now day 3 of the powder coating fiasco. The light install, and just getting my butt kicked in general, because of course Washington decides it's just gonna rain. As I say this and started filming this clip, the sun comes out and it stops raining, but I'm in love. It looks so good. The rock lights, if you're standing from the side, you cannot see them. You have to actually get down, look way up there, which is what I like. I hate when you can see rock lights from the side. It sucks when the truck's so tall like this because you can almost always see them from the side anyways. But got them both basically the same shape. I need to clean this inner fender so you can't see where my old mark was from where I was gonna cut it. Possibly will end up rounding this and making that better, but plans still are to, what is it? Bed liner the inner fenders, and then I want to do a Raptor liner kit for the bed because my bed is gross. But yep, rear ones, same story. These ones suck because you have to run the harness, so I had to throw some P-clamps, but from the side you can't see it at all. Makes me happy. And then underneath the truck, I come over to this side. I had to mount the controller on the body. Wasn't necessarily stoked about that, but I'm not mad, because from the side, if you get down, you see the transmission cooler and just that, so that's actually pretty chill. Works for me. Wish I had longer brake lines, whatever. All this is nice, tucked up, hidden. I don't see anything. I need to throw the plastic covers on my gas tank still. And I did go ahead and finally wire up the little panel thing. I threw the rock light one on because obviously that's now the rock lights. And we have all these to decide what the hell we're gonna do with this. But that leaves us with literally just, so that leaves me with just the stereo. Like I was saying, I have everything to do it. I just don't know if this is what I want. I have some sweet tweeters. These are, what are these? Alpines? Yeah, Alpines. I mean, everything is decent. It's just kind of outdated, and I don't know what I'm doing, so I gotta figure that out, because I want an okay stereo for once. I don't want junk. And then I have my grill right there, but that cutout right there just bothers the crap out of me. I mean, the rest of the grill's nice, except for the fact I mounted my license plate to it, but I only did that because that cutout. At that point I was like, it's trash. So I found out Holley Performance sells reproduction grills for these, so maybe just get a Holley Performance grill. I don't know if I want to make something or little stuff. It's just the little stuff. We got the rock lights. We got the little 6 panel. I did figure out finally how to get my horn working, and I threw this cool little square body syndicate sticker under there. I need to get an actual latch for that. But lots of little stuff. Little progress. But now we see it's sunny, we see it's bright. I need to wait for it to be dark for the next part of this video, so I will see you guys in a minute. And here we are. It's dark. Can't see crap on this thing because my headlights are so bright. I'm gonna throw in a bunch of rollers in a minute, but I'm digging the wheel lights. I really love this spot under the Rainier Bridge, so I always come here to take pictures because I don't know about you guys, that right there looks pretty rad to me. But the truck's doing great, it drives great. Throwing the powder coated parts on was a huge thing because now check that out. The rock lights illuminate them so well. I hope you guys can hear me good in this clip because my exhaust is loud, the bridge is loud, but we're just gonna get a bunch of random B-roll. I'm gonna try and do my best and actually make some decent B-roll right here. We'll throw some music over and stuff like that, but I think I did find a spot to do a burnout possibly on the way home. I'm not 100% sure, so we'll wait and see, but enjoy some music, some B-roll, and a diesel square body. don't know about you guys. I'm at a loss for words, I guess. This truck has truly turned out to be something I'm very, very proud of. Driving it all day basically today, just messing around, waiting for it to get dark so we can get all this B-roll and these rollers and stuff. You notice I did throw the grill and the headlight bezels back in. This is why I hate the grill, but it's now we see it better. It's not as bad with the intercooler behind it as when it used to. There used to be core support right there before I had to modify it for the LB7 cooling stack, and so I'll get another one from Holley Performance. But if you know me and you know the channel, we're a very budget-minded channel, and throwing $100 at a new grill when this one fits, yeah, I don't know if that's what I want to do right now. But I'm so happy with the rock lights. I'm so happy with the cab lights. The interior lights are ridiculous. Look at this. Here, I'll thumb the switch so it goes off, but none. These are just some LEDs stuck in stock courtesy lights. I'll be getting a dash light set up soon. Everything's there, all the wiring and everything. I'm just missing the bezel, and I need to put a bulb into it. But that leaves us with cosmetics done, drivetrain done to step 1. Now we got to do a bunch of little stuff. I want to focus on the stereo. Probably do all this off camera because no one cares about stereos, and the way I do this is probably not going to be a correct way. You guys just would make fun of me. Yeah, so next, obviously, dual steering stabilizer setup. I want to powder coat this front bar because it stands out like a mofo now. And bigger tires. Definitely bigger tires. I'm going to need them now, especially after tonight, which leads me to the next thing. I'll go ahead and throw in a couple little clips off my phone and stuff with the wifey and the kids. Yeah. What do you mean, burnout, officer? I don't know what you mean. Time to go. Yeah, those turned out. We just had a lot of fun. We'll say that. Got a little something at the end of the video that I'll leave you guys with, but I don't know. You guys let me know how you like it, how the truck's turned out. I mean, it's a crew cab short bed. A lot of people love that, but now that it's Duramax swapped, everything is working the way we want it to. I have all functioning gauges, OEM and non-OEM, all lights, everything. We're down to cruise control. It's the one thing I need. It's just cruise control. And so once we get the cruise control set up, that realistically will be it. I have to get a hold of DMAX swap for the schematics on the cruise control setup, but once we do that, we're theoretically done with all that little stuff. Then it's on to more boost, more fuel, more power. More power, baby. But I don't know how you guys are feeling. It's the weekend, so I'm gonna get out of here. Enjoy your weekend. If you haven't already, hit that subscription button, throw me a like, it helps the algorithm. Leave me a comment, let me know what you think. You know, would you buy this truck? Is this something you would drive? I don't know. With that, I'm gonna let you guys go. Average Joe Builds, we're out of here. I lied. Enjoy this next clip.